All right, welcome back to worldviral.tv. This is Music Buzz Live Radio. We're down here on a Wednesday, the 25th of June, and Tim stepped out for a second. He's doing some negotiations upstairs. But I'm Chris Thomas. I'm the producer, and I'm here with Ron MacLachlin from Garbage Pail Kids, the movie, and a bunch of other things, too. You were in, what, Silk Stockings? But the mic is yours, my friend.
Well, I was a guest lead on Silk Stockings. I was in Independence Day, Yakuza back to back.
Get that mic right in there for me, sir.
Sure.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yep. Now we can hear you.
Oh,
What was you? So you were a guest on Silk Stockings?
I was a guest lead. Probably the only guest lead ever to be on Silk Stockings to not get to kiss a really pretty girl.
Oh, damn. Well, can't you do like a sequel? Or can't you?
It wouldn't be a bad thing, but I think was that Canal. I don't think he's doing that. Hasn't done that show for about a decade.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, man. Like I ran into you because you were, and you still are, doing some signs, and we're looking to get some new signage in the front, like some modules, because ours are, well, they're less than craptacular. Let's be honest. And so you're here doing that. You're a man of many talents and many different. You're jack of all trades, and we hit it off. So we had kind of a philosophical time in the back parking lot talking. I'm like, hey man, you should just come on our show for a few minutes, and like get, put a few things out there and see if we can't, reinvent ourselves, because that's what we have to do every day, right?
Absolutely. Being here in Denver and not Los Angeles is a whole different world.
Yeah.
Being here in Denver, there's a lot more. It's got a different kind of sense of fulfillment for me.
Yeah.
Being in Los Angeles, auditioning, being on different shows, and working is wonderful. And I plan on going back to doing a lot more of that in my life. Out here, I get a chance to be a full-time parent,
Which is cool.
And well, what else do you work for?
Yeah. My daughter's going to be here on Sunday. Unfortunately, I'm not quite a full-time parent. I'm part-time with a little bit of Skyping it in. But yeah, she's going to be here on Sunday. So I mean, the kids keep us going, I would say.
Absolutely, I'd have to agree with that very much. So
what the social climate of Denver versus LA? Like, do you see? Because I haven't been to LA recently. I know I have a lot of friends there, and I keep up with LA a little bit, as much as I can, But I would say that Denver is kind of a little version of that. You think I'm totally off base in that statement?
No, actually,
No?
LA is a pocket of a bunch of different cities that have grown so much they've butted up against each other. You've got Century City, Hollywood, West Hollywood. You hop over the hill, and you've got Burbank, North Hollywood. It just continues to grow.
Yeah.
And in Denver, you've got very much something very similar to that. You've got Denver itself, but you've got Littleton, Lakewood, Inglewood, Aurora, Centennial, and it continues to grow out as well. And as far as the social scene is concerned, if a person's going out having a good time, enjoying themselves, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
I'm
with you there. Hey, I'm gonna flash it real quick, because my boy over here. Say hi, man. This is my boy, Legit. He's doing a show.
Nice to meet you, Legit.
He's gonna come back next week, I guess, and he's got a show on the 5th of July.
Yeah, we got a couple record label.
Some execs coming out. Universal, Capitol, Virgin.
Oh, way cool.
Some people are interested in what we got going on here, man, and Legit's like a main key component in some of the stuff that we have going on down here. So
every Tuesday, for the past 9 weeks.
Every Tuesday for the past 9 weeks, yep.
Yeah, we've auditioned probably.
Say hi here, dude. That way they could see you, because you stepped off camera.
Probably 100 acts, close to 100 here anyway. This Tuesday, the first coming up, will be the last audition, and then the following Saturday, which is July the 5th, we'll have Joseph Harrison, West Preston, Universal Records, Capitol Records, Bungalow, EMI.
All kinds of record companies converging on Herman's Hideaway in a week and a half.
Yeah, bands performing, artists performing, so it's
good stuff.
Good,
yeah. Well, right on, man. Holler.
Yes, sir.
I'll catch you on the flip.
Call me when you get done, sir.
All right. Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice to meet you. You know, that's kind of interesting when you talk about the social networking of Denver itself. It's in Los Angeles, it's very spread out.
Mm-hmm.
In Denver, everything is kind of consolidated, put in one local area, and you've got a bunch of people. When you consider the fact that when in the media world, you've got Wyoming up the street, up the state, basically. Mm-hmm. Albuquerque's had some work going on. But when it comes to having something being done here in this part of the United States, this is the hub.
Yeah. Well, it's technically and literally the center of the country, and so it boggles my mind when I have trouble booking routing bands. They're like, we can't get through to Salt Lake City. They won't make an offer big enough. Like I'm trying to book this band King's X. I actually did book them, and then the drummer had a heart attack. So so we had to refund a bunch of tickets. I'm trying to reroute it, and the agent's basically I don't know why I'm sharing this, but the agent is having trouble booking from the northwest coast, like Washington, Seattle area, to get through to Denver. I'm like, well, did you try Salt Lake City? They're offering way too little compared to what I'm offering, and
you could try Boise.
Yeah. There's a couple spots in Idaho.
Boise is a blast. If you've ever spent some time downtown Boise on a Friday, Saturday night, from all over the place, people just converge there.
Right.
All kinds of music and stuff going on there.
Tim Winger is standing right there. You can see his nutsack. Yeah.
Well,
some other people are walking in too. It's cool that we have all these cameras. We kind of stole his seat there. So.
Should I jump on this one?
We can do whatever, man. That's how we roll here.
All right. You guys want to grab the couch here?
There we go.
Full house.
Come on in.
Hey.
What's up, man?
That's Ron MacLachlin from the Garbage Pail Kids, the
Pretty sure I've
movie.
met you before. You look really familiar.
I think I just have one of those faces.
Yeah, you must, right?
All right, so there's these mics, ladies and gentlemen. You have to get up on those mics and make sure that you're in a close proximity, and you should be able to hear it through the speakers there. But give it a shot.
What's up?
We have here Denver's first family of metal, if I'm correct, right? Metal on the Move crew in the house.
Sounds
Guys, real quick, introduce yourselves.
I'm Amanda Hedgepeth.
Okay.
I'm Christina Gustin.
I'm Headshots.
Okay,
Headshot.
Amanda, could you say your name again? Because I had that mic muted.
It's Amanda Hedgepeth,
There you go.
and she's my daughter,
Okay, very cool.
also known as.
This is Ron
AKA.
MacLachlin from
Hi, Ron.
Garbage Pail
guys.
Kids,
How's
the
it going?
movie.
All right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, we're gonna steal the conversation for 2 seconds, and we'll get
Steal
into
away.
the group one. Give us give our listeners a real quick overview of Metal on the Move and what it is you guys are doing as far as promotion.
Basically, it's a 100% support network.
Okay.
And any local bands can post on our wall. We have certain bands that we follow, here in Denver and whatnot. But basically, we share their stuff, and we figured out how to try to boost the post so that people are actually seeing it. Things like that. And we're also doing a lot of networking with promoters all over the United States. Other networks, we're connected with Metal Devastation Radio out of Tennessee, and also Arizona Heavy Metal. And we've also partnered up with Valhalla Radio.
Cool.
And those are all people that support playing local music. So they've, our bands here can send them their material and they'll get airtime.
And how was it that you guys got in with the Denver scene? How long have you guys been around in Denver?
Well, we've been here for about 2 years in August.
Okay.
I actually got a scholarship to go to college out here. And at the same time, my mom, she had a job promotion coming up. So we came out here, started seeing show flyers everywhere and just kind of dug in.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah.
And Tim?
It was Lola Black. But
Yeah, it was
yeah, flyers.
Definitely.
Okay.
I've seen and you've helped share a bunch of my stuff too, so it's good to have you guys here.
We
Thanks.
try.
Rock and roll.
So Chris, bring us up to speed on the conversation that was happening before I got back down here.
Well, I ran into Ron. Ron is a cool dude that's you've seen the sign out front, the marquee.
Yeah.
How basically all those little modules are screwed up. Well, Ron is in the area, and one of the things that he does is he's looking to upgrade what we have going on. So he's been talking to Mike about that. He came in, did a display. He's been trying to catch Mike, but we both know how Mike during the day is sometimes hard to get a hold of. So he came down here. We talked in the parking lot, and I hit it off with Ron. Found out some cool things about him. He's got kind of a show business background, and we hit it off, and I invited him on the show. So here we are.
All right. And
That's
the
pretty
and
close,
the movie,
right?
you're in a movie now, or working on a movie now?
Right now, I'm actually working on a script that I'm working on and a book. And I kind of write quite a bit. I've written and produced 6 different theater plays in Los Angeles.
Awesome.
I've been in a handful of movies, been a guest lead on TV shows, toured with Pamela Drake as a dancer, did a music video for Prince, stuff like that. But it's
Very nice,
You know,
man.
awesome.
Very nice.
You got a deep
stuff.
voice, Ron. It's like
He does. He's got a great radio voice.
I've
you
never
should
done
do some
radio.
voiceover.
Okay. So, you guys, what's some of the big shows this summer that are on your radar and that you're really trying to help get the word out about?
Hemlock is actually next weekend, the 29th.
They're from
They're playing with Public Display of Aggression, Pray for Us All, and Slingfist. Slingfist is out of Nebraska.
In Duality from Colorado Springs.
Oh yeah, I
and
forgot
added
about
on the bill.
Duality.
And it's at the Pit Stop, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And so that's kind of that's a bar. Give us a location on that, because to be honest, I've never actually been to the Pit Stop.
I've never been there before.
Never been there before.
And I think it was
Is that on a Tower Road or something?
I think it's up north, isn't it? It's
I know it's out. I know it's out.
It's
west
one of those
somewhere.
spots that I think just kind of jumped into the scene within the last 6 months or so.
Well, if you don't know where it is, they haven't fully
Voodoo
jumped.
is booking with them now.
Are you
So-
hitting Google?
Yes, it is Voodoo.
Yeah, there you go.
He's all over
But
it.
we've been really trying to push that. One of the little things that we do is try to help the outer, what I call the outer bands.
Okay.
And that's like Last Savior of God out of Colorado Springs, and other bands that are out of Grand Junction and Fort Collins, and that are trying to further their career and actually, break into the Denver scene.
Cool.
So didn't really realize how tough it was for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seems like with certain genres of music, it can take a time or two before you get the respect that you probably deserve, or that people are gonna think of you as more than just another name that's coming into town. So it's always good to have some sort of outside promotion other than just the venue. And obviously that's where you guys come in. And I see your posts all over Facebook and all over all the time. So
Well, we try to connect people too. I mean, if there's a new band in Colorado Springs, I try to hook friends up, with people that I know from the Springs, so they can network with each other.
okay, right on. Anything later in the summer? I know we've got Higher Ground Music Festival August 23rd. Not necessarily a metal gig, but lots of good talent on
Right.
that show as well.
The Kings of the Mountain Festival is coming.
Yes, that's right, and that's right
That's
here
a
at
big
Herman's
one.
Hideaway. We
Yeah.
had Crystal down here. What
Awesome.
was it, 2 weeks ago, talking about the show? Crystal Chapman.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
2
we had
weeks
her
ago.
down here talking the show. That'll be a good day here at Herman's. Trying to think of other. Big...
I'm looking forward to the Decibel battle. It's July 5th.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, the
Oh, yeah.
summit.
It's,
the whole
round 2.
the whole thing. Dusty's great.
cool. Right on. Ron,
Very cool.
what's your take on metal hard rock from in LA? How's the scene as far as
We heard it's dying, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a bit older than you guys.
Probably not much.
You'd be surprised. I used to work in a club called the Gaslight. It's now called the Opium Den. And we were one of the top 10 underground nightclubs in the United States from under Rolling Stone magazine. And our sound guy was Durf Scratch. He used to be the bass player for Fear. It was a great timeline back then, but we're talking late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And it's changed a lot. Like everybody else, you went from live bands into a karaoke world, and now everything's going back to live music. Thank God.
Yeah.
Karaoke's fun if you're in the backyard, But
Yeah.
but if you want to go someplace, have a good time, and enjoy yourself, you want the feel of live music.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And if you're going for karaoke, you're gonna specifically go to a night where there's karaoke. There's some people want to go specifically to karaoke,
Sure.
but I'm 500 more times likely to stay in a bar if I walk in and there's a band playing than if there's karaoke going on.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Boo, karaoke. No.
Nah, come on, it's fun.
Get some drinks in you, start singing some Queen.
It made me think like
Good luck with that.
when bands hit me up like as a talent buyer, like I'm I'm not opposed to booking out of town bands, but I want it, like, one of my first questions is, do you guys have a draw in Denver? Can you bring people through the doors, you know? And if they don't answer the question the right way, like, they don't get me, they don't get my attention right away until I hear from them again, you know? And I mean, unfortunately, or for better or for worse, you know, like when you buy talent or when you book something and when there's entertainment with live music of any kind, the bottom line is an important thing because it's business, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
So
How do you get a band to, if let's say you've got a band that's going to play 4 times in a month, how do they differentiate where they're going to put their effort to get that crowd there? I mean, what's the financial goal?
Well, they shouldn't book us at the same town 4
No.
times in a month. That's the first mistake.
Some of the promoters here don't even allow them. They make them have like a 2-week window
Yeah.
between their shows.
In LA, they used to do that because people were trying to get to LA.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you know they would go there and book as many things they possibly could. And hopefully they'll find that right person to come hear them, see them, and then maybe promote them.
And I think, and maybe back in the day in LA, you might have been able to do something like that, but especially in Denver, you can't do your booking like that because no one's just gonna, maybe one night I'll get in front of the right guy. Like, that's not how it works here. You have to like build your following up slowly.
right.
We don't have the high profile record labels. We don't have, Hollywood here walking around. We have a local underground scene and a community of people that support the artists. And one person in a bar isn't going to make that band rich, but if you bring a bunch of people out to your shows consistently, someone's going to start noticing after a while, and that's how you make your name.
Preach it, Tim.
At least in Denver, Colorado.
No, it makes perfect sense. I was just talking about what it was like
Yeah.
30 years ago
Yeah,
in Los Angeles.
exactly. And if there was a place where that could work, it would be LA for sure, or New York.
So Ron, if I put up like the Garbage Pail Kids movie trailer, are you in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch it. You guys want to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of want to
Of
watch
course.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself into.
it. You can talk us
No.
through and tell us where you're at.
Oh.
Hold on one sec.
He's right there.
Yeah.
I am no ordinary student.
That's not me.
Technology. Where, when, and how I learn.
Stupid
I'm
ads.
building a powerful network.
All right.
I'm the evil bad guy. So.
Once upon a time, or
Bring
was
back
it
memories?
more recently,
Yeah,
there was
that's
a young
Anthony
boy
Newley.
named
Yeah, that's what
Dodger.
Kenzie asked him a long time ago.
He was the sort of child who was always left out of things. Each day after school, Dodger works in a junk shop owned by the mysterious Captain Mancini.
Which rock than vampire's brew? Make these clothes as good as new.
Dodger has never had a family or a friend
the
he
guy-
could call his own.
Which
Not
one?
Wally. Anyway, you'll
Until now.
He must help us.
Meet the Garbage Pail Kids.
Starring
That was you?
Nat
I
Nerve,
think they got nailed. Yeah, I got
Willie
nailed.
Winston, Messy Tessie,
We're streaming and watching at the same time, so the internet's being fully used right now.
Valerie Vomit,
Actually, there's a whole underground, TPK underground network that's pretty heavy
Foul
right
Phil,
That's you.
now. Yeah, that's me.
That was you.
Garbage Pail
I was in about 3 different segments in there. I'm the guy pounding on that thing right now.
Great Friend. Starring Anthony Newley and Mackenzie Aston. The Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Classic.
Yeah, it's a while back. Actually, last I heard just recently that Michael Eisner, who used to run Disney, now has his own production company. MGM bought the actual from Atlantic, the movie, for distribution. And now Michael Eisner has now bought all the rights to it to make a sequel to the Garbage Pail Kids.
Wow.
They've got some things going on with the Comic-Con circuit. I've been asked to go sit there and sign stuff and
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. It's kind of cool. And they will be making a sequel. They have a GPK Underground where people are still trading cards, and some of the artwork over the last 25 years has continued to get pretty outrageous. There was a big, of all places, North Korea had a big following. I mean, how in North Korea does this get there? And it never went away. It's just one of those things. It's just still there.
That's cool.
The cult following.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, from you guys, I want to know, what do the general population need to know about Metal on the Move? You've kind of given us a background on you guys and what it is that you do. Is there any specific band or specific type of metal that you guys prefer, or that you guys are at the shows at every single time?
There's like a group of bands that we love, but they just keep getting added in one by one. More bands and more bands. I mean, it started at 2. Now it's like almost 20.
Nice.
There are amazing bands in Denver, for sure.
Absolutely, I agree. And where can we go and find out more about Metal on the Move?
www.metalonthemove.com.
And we can give you a like on Facebook, correct?
www.metalonthemove.com.
It's actually connected.
Oh, okay. Right on.
It's a website, but it actually takes you to the Facebook page.
Cool.
Right on.
So, I mean, what you need to know is how we can help you. Let us know. Post on our wall. If you guys are looking for members.
Yeah.
If you've got gigs coming up, post your flyer.
I know when I was playing in Too Late for Tomorrow, you guys were real good about helping us and liking our posts and sharing them and stuff. And it really does mean a lot when you're a local band, just to have somebody that cares and that is behind you. It's a lot more than getting paid at a gig. Having somebody that's supporting you is all you can really ask for as a local band. So
Yep.
Yes, thank you guys so much for coming down, and thank you for all.
Thanks
that
for
you do.
having us.
Of course.
Cool.
Of course.
You want to take a break? Come back?
Yes, we're going to get into some music here now. My name is Moose. You are tuned into Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral. Again, Metal on the Move, metalonthemove.com. You can find out more about these guys. They do a lot of great things in the scene. We're going to be back here in just a few minutes.
Cool.
The truth through scars, the joy will deny. So come lay down, why put up a fight? The subterfuge is tedious and hinders our delight.